Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, my special lecture, China Individual Income Tax. In this video, we'll talk about the first chapter, the scope of IIT in China. In this chapter, I want to tell you that according to China's individual income tax law, the China government levies individual income tax on what? So the title is the scope of IIT in China. Now I'm telling you, China individual income tax is imposed on individuals' income. There are a total of 9 types of income, which are number 1, wages and salaries, i.e. employment income. Number 2, service incomes. And then number 3, manuscript incomes. Number 4, royalty incomes. Number 5, income from business operations. Number 6, interest and dividends and bonuses. Number 7, rental incomes. And number 8, incomes from sale of property. Number 9, contingency incomes. Different computational rules apply to different types of income. At the basis of individual income tax, we should first classify the types of income. The first type, wages and salaries, employment income. Wages and salaries refers to income obtained by individuals through employment which belong to non-independent individual labor income. Well, what's non-independent individual labor? Non-independent individual labor refers to labor that an individual engaged in which is designated, arranged, and managed by others. Individuals who work or serve companies, factories, or administrative institutions are all non-independent workers. Whether an income belongs to wages and salaries depends on the essence and cannot be judged solely by literal words. So let's have a further look. What's the scope of wages and salaries? The scope is wages, salaries, bonuses, year-end salary increases, allowances, subsidies, and other income related to employment. So, even if the name of an income does not include the words salary or wages, as long as it is essentially income of a salary nature, it should be included in the scope of wages and salaries. The second type, service incomes. Service income refers to income obtained by individuals independently engaging in various non-employment labor services. The fundamental difference between service incomes and wages and salaries is that the remuneration obtained from non-independent labor is wages and salaries, while the remuneration obtained from independent labor is service income. Service income include income from design, decoration, installation, drafting, medical treatment, consulting, teaching, translation, and review, painting, carving, film and television, audio and video recording, performance, advertising, exhibition, technical services, brokerage services, agency services, and other labor services. Its scope is much broader than wages and salaries. Now, let's look at the third type, manuscript incomes. Manuscript incomes obtained by individuals from the publication of their works in the form of books or newspapers. We need to pay attention here that remuneration from non-public publications does not count as manuscript incomes. It belongs to service income. And we also need to pay attention that if the works created are not published in one's own name, but in the name of others, the remuneration received belongs to services income, not manuscript income. Here, the fourth type, royalty income. Royalty income refers to income obtained by individuals who provide the right to use patents, trademarks, copyrights, non-patented technologies, etc. This is easier to understand, so I won't explain it too much. Where the fifth type, income from business operations. In tax practice in China, an individual can obtain business income in three situations, as below. The first situation is income obtained by owners of individual businesses engaged in production and business activities. This is the first situation. And the second situation is income obtained by investors of sole proprietorship enterprises engaged in production and operation. And the third situation is income obtained by individual partners of partnership enterprises engaged in production and operation. This is the three situations. Why is it said that individuals can only obtain business income in three situations? That's because some business activities are difficult to distinguish between business operations and services. So what should be done in practice? Due to the requirements of Chinese market management, individuals engaged in production and business activities need to obtain a business license. Therefore, in tax practice, if an individual registers a business in China, such as an individual business, an individual sole proprietorship enterprise, or a partnership enterprise, his income from this business are generally considered as income from business operations. Well, let's go ahead. The sixth type, interest and dividend and bonuses. Interest refers to the interest earned by individuals who own debt, including deposit interest, loan interest, and interest on various bonds. That's easy to understand that interest is obtained from the debt. Dividends. Dividend, also known as stock interest, refers to a company's earnings distributed to shareholders at a predetermined ratio based on their contributions or proportion of shares. Dividends are generally only distributed to preferred shareholders. A slightly different from dividends is bonuses. Bonuses are the remaining profits distributed by a listed company to shareholders in proportion to their shareholding. Different from dividends, bonuses are obtained after dividends and not at a predetermined ratio. Dividends are distributed to common shareholders. Here, the seventh type, rental income. Rental income refers to the income obtained by individuals from renting real estate, machinery and equipment, vehicles and ships and other property. We need to pay attention here that rental income also includes rental of movable property, not just rental of a movable property. Moreover, the income from personal property sublease belongs to the tax scope of rental income and is subject to individual income tax by the sublessor. Okay, the seventh type of income is income from sale of property. Refers to the income obtained by individuals from the transfer of securities, equity, property shares in partnership enterprises, real estate, machinery and equipment, vehicles and ships, and other property. Individual transfer of property includes both the transfer of movable and immovable property, as well as the transfer of tangible or intangible assets. But generally, it does not include the transfer of goods, because goods are generally only available in business activities, and the income obtained from the transfer of goods in business activities is considered operating income, not considered as income from sale of property. Now we have reached the final type, contingency income. Contingency income refers to personal gains from winning and other incidental activities, including but not limited to gift of property. Gift of property, of course, excluding non-tax situations, or income obtained from providing guarantees for others, or gifts received during promotional celebrations and other events, or non-competitive payment to individual stakeholder of the disposed company made by purchasing the company. What's meaning? Simply put, you sell your company to me and you promise not to engage in business that competes with the company in the future. For your assurance, I give you some compensation. In short, occasional income or contingency income is generally obtained free of charge. Above, I introduced a total of 9 types of income, and that's just the scope of individual income types in China. This chapter is over, and in the next chapter, I will talk about the taxpayers in China IIT. Hope to meet you again. If you like my lecture, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye-bye.